friends, it's Jackeline here. In today's video, I'm bringing you a full review, demo, swatches, and a ton of comparisons on the new brand Auric. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you will consider and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to know all the details about this new brand, comparisons to brands like Charlotte Tilbury, Chanel, Tom Ford, all demo on mature over 40 skin, then just keep on watching. Let's review Auric, the new brand from Samantha Ravndahl. Honestly, I do follow her. I'm not a fan of her, but I do admire her makeup artistry. In fact, that's how I actually find out about her. I think I was looking for a Tom Ford product that in fact it looks a lot like the one that she came out with, and I immediately fell in love with her makeup application, her technique, her simplicity, her way to come across very raw, very sincere, very her. And then I stayed tuned for a long time, and honestly, when I saw her real video and realized that she was coming out with these two products, it didn't surprise me, although I thought it was going to be something cream because she loved cream products. But here we go. I went ahead and placed my order right at the time of the launch. I was super excited. In fact, so much so I didn't have FOMO, but I was like a little bit confused because I couldn't find her website anywhere. I was like trying to refresh her Instagram, her video, and then she uploaded a video right at the time of the launch. And immediately, I went to the description box. That's where you find everything if you're watching a YouTube video. And there you go. That's how I found the website and I was able to place my order. They arrived, I say, had passed maybe 4 or 5 days since the day of launch, so it hasn't passed that much. She only came out with 2 products. One is called the Glow Lash, which is kind of like a luminizer for your face. You can put it prior to applying your base or afterwards, kind of like as a liquid highlighter. And also the Smoke Reflex, which is a combination of a creamy and also an eyeshadow in powder topper style. We will see the consistencies and all of that. For me, something that is really important. If you're new here to my channel, welcome. I'm super happy that you're here. I'm happy that all of you guys tune in, and I'm very, very grateful for it. And once again, if you're new here, I'm 41 years old. So to me, what I see from Samantha is that yes, indeed, she had put a lot of effort on her marketing, and she has talked about for years now, at least 2 to 3 years, about inclusivity. And I really love when she launched her line, be able to see models with different skin tones, ethnicities too. I'm Peruvian, that's why my accent, and I love that. I'm super happy that she did that. Also in the models we found females, males. So as you enter and try to explore her website, you can see like a beautiful rainbow. But I think the only thing that she means just a little is including people of different ages, and I'm not saying that 41 years old is too old. I do have signs of aging. I do have fine lines here on my forehead. I do have fine lines here, large pores and whatnot. But it's something that if you watch my videos before, I don't want to say criticize about Wayne Goss, but I always, every time that I have done a review video, I have always mentioned, try to include people of different ages, 40, 50, and so forth, right? And on the last launch of Wayne Goss, he finally did it, and that actually made me super happy. Inclusivity, all ages, all ethnicities, all different skin tones. Okay, friends, so here to what you came for. I have nothing on my face but skincare. I also have my SPF, but I had applied it about 40 minutes ago, so my skin already has absorbed everything. Okay, so let's start first with the Glow Lash. It comes in 7 different shades. I think I chose the second lightest, Selenite. Packaging, absolutely 10 out of 10. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it feels luxurious. Here on my channel, I do review a lot of luxury brands. I just like not only the aesthetics of having a luxury product, I like the quality of them. I mean, you can find different things. Some things are worth it, some things are so and whatnot. I mean, we can have another full-on conversation about that. But more than anything, what I look in a luxury brand is to have a quality product that I can enjoy for a long time. And that's what I really look forward to. I mean, you see me right here reviewing so many products, you know, Dior, Tom Ford, Chanel, and whatnot. And a lot of people have asked me, you know, what do you do with all that makeup? Well, I review makeup, but in my previous year before YouTube Live, you know, I enjoy my makeup all the way until I hit pan. So anyhow, Samantha is marketing her brand as a luxury brand, and I will say from the packaging, from the get-go, presentation is stunning. I mean, like, this packaging is not cheap to make. I mean, I have done manufacture before. This is a very nice soft kind of material. If you're familiar with NARS, that kind of material. Then she also have the embossing in gold plus foil in gold. All of these, it's, you know, quite a bit of money. This is not a sticker either. It's all print in the box. I mean, pretty impressive. I love the lettering. I mean, it's a very modern take of luxury beauty. The product is made in Italy and it has a shelf life of 12 months. And if I haven't mentioned to you, I got the shade Selenite. I think that's the name of it. I was, you know, I think it may be a little too light for me. I perhaps could have gone with Pirate. Not so sure how to pronounce it. I'm sorry for pronunciations. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I live here in the United States for more than 20 years and yeah, my pronunciation, I just give up. Okay. Anyhow, friends, here you go. A very beautiful, weighty glass bottle, frosted glass. Lovely. I love the cap. The design of the cap is beautiful. And then the beautiful dripping gold on the side. I think it just looks stunning. The top of the cap too, it says Auric. Just gorgeous. Now, to take this cup out, she said it. Samantha said it. It's gonna take some arm strength, which I don't have much. Oh, there you go. I got it. Okay, here you go. This is it. And this product comes with 35 mLs or 1.18 fluid ounces, which is a little bit more than what you're going to see today. We're going to try it. You know, I want to give you swatches of the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury, and also to my beloved Chanel Leviche Sheer Healthy Glow Highlighting Fluid, the longest name ever. I think this was perhaps very close to the shade Pirate, now that I'm thinking over it. This is the shade Sun Kiss, but Chanel has 2 shades on this product. Okay, regardless, let's go ahead and try this baby. On my left hand side, just my bare skin. And to continue with this review, on my right hand side, I'm gonna keep Auric, but then on my left hand side, I'm gonna compare it with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. And definitely both products do not emphasize my texture. The face is done, so now I want to jump into comparisons and then we will go into the application of the eyeshadow. Okay, let's start with this right here, the Glow Last in Selenite. I'm just gonna put just a little bit and I'm gonna swatch it right here on my arm. I'm just gonna first do like very kind of thick swatch and then I will go ahead and blend it in. Next one is the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I have it right here in the shade 3, light medium. Now, Charlotte Tilbury just came out with more shades. Now she has like 2.5, 3.5. So there are more shades added to this line. So you can tell Selenite is just a little bit lighter. And then let's go with the Chanel Leviche Sheer Healthy Glow highlighting fluid. And I have it right here in the shade Sun Kiss. Now this one right here, it's a lot deeper in tone. Usually I use this one summertime, but oh well. I like to use bronzy tones all year round too. Okay, so those are it. Then I also pull out my Color Science. This is an SPF. It's a face shield in the shade Glow. Now you're gonna be like, that's just an SPF. You know what? These acts a lot like a luminizer for the skin. Just gonna put it right here. And this is a lot more liquidy, you know, very comparable in tone, but this one right here from Auric has a little bit more of like a pearlized tone. And then, you know, my very favorite primer, Victoria Beckham Beauty, and this one right here is in the golden tone. She has the original version and then this golden tone one. I'm just gonna apply it right here. Okay, those are, like I said, heavy swatches. Now let's blend them in. And here they are, all blend in. I will have to say, in consistency wise, I feel that the one from Auric is a little bit thicker. I shouldn't say thicker in consistency because it goes thinner as you blend it in. But if you were just to compare, you know, immediately the consistency, it just feels just a little bit more, I don't have another word to say, but a little bit more thicker. But don't take it as, you know, it's gonna be like, you can see your skin still with it, as you were able to see on my demonstration. And then the Chanel one, it's a lot more sheer. The one from Charlotte Tilbury is kind of like in between the Auric and the Chanel one. And then the one from Victoria Beckham is truly a moisturizer. So it's kind of like absorbs in, it leaves like a very light veil of, you know, this luminosity. And then the Color Science is an SPF. So it doesn't have a white cast, but you can tell that, you know, that luminosity is to kind of like mask a little any whitish that it, you know, it should come from the SPF itself. But yeah, these are kind of like my go-to luminizer, and now I'm in Auric right now, right here. And then as far as shelf life for these products, equal as the Auric, Chanel, Charlotte Tilbury, 12 months shelf life. Pretty sure it doesn't say right here. I mean, I threw away the box from the one from Victoria Beckham, but I think it's also 12 months or 18 months. So around the same timing. And then price wise, I mean, this is way more expensive. This has skincare properties, but if we talk about the one from Chanel, Charlotte Tilbury, they're about $45, which is the same pricing as the Auric. So again, high-end luxury brand, they are in the same pricing. Okay, my friends, now let's go into the Smoke Reflect. The Smoke Reflect comes in 3 different shades. I mean, like the one that I chose, Defiance, is the one that I wanted the most, the first one. Then there's another shade, kind of like a gray shade. I was really intrigued about it because, you know, I had been on this kick of like very cool tone eyeshadows, but in the presentation of Samantha, she said it had a little, like a teensy of green undertone, or like a little bit of green in it. And as soon as she said that, and then watching reviews from influencers that she sent PR to, I saw that it has some green in it. And you know what? I do have very dark under eye circles, like very badly under eye circles, that they have a blue-green hint to it. So and that's why, I mean, if you have been watching me before, you know that I kind of like run away from green eyeshadows. Don't like to use them that much. I admire them, I love them, I love to see them in other people, but the main reason why is because it really, if I don't have a really good concealer, or if I'm not, I mean, if I'm gonna use it all day long, I don't feel like so confident about it. Yes, I just said it. Yeah, because throughout the day, and as you lose coverage from your concealer, you know, it shows that bluish grayish hint from my under eye circles, and it just, you know, the green eyeshadow, it just brought them out and look. So I decided to skip on that one. There's another one that is kind of like rose gold. It looked amazing, but I said, Jackeline, you don't need to buy everything of it, even if I want to. So that being said, I only bought one, Defiance one, and this right here is actually made in United States. It has a shelf life of 12 months, packaging, I mean, very cohesive with the line. I like when everything is like, okay, like we don't see different things and whatnot. And here it is, the little pot. Now this part right here is made out of frosted glass. Is very, very weighty. I really love all the details. I love that she used a matte, non-shiny black material in contrast with the gold. I mean, this is not cheap at all. Like doing this part here, this is actually elevated. So people, this costs money. This does cost. Okay, and then to open it up, the top part where you can find your topper or your powder eyeshadow, just open it up. There's a little mini mirror right there. And then to discover the cream, you just twist it, and there's this plastic component too. That I will have to say though, I wish she could have done something like Victoria Beckham. She also have that type of component, but there's kind of like a little handle. If you're able to see it, yeah, there you go. It's right here. So if you have nails, I have natural nails, so they are very thin, but I can, you know, I'm always thinking, okay, someone that, you know, that have the, you know, acrylic nails or fake nails, sometimes it's hard, I guess. I don't know, maybe not. And then I also have this one right here from Charlotte Tilbury, and this one also have this kind of like plastic lid, and again, you can grab it a little bit easier. I mean, it's not a big deal. I guess I can, I mean, I don't know if we need this part. I would rather just keep it just in case, you know, I don't want it to dry out. But yeah, let me just take it out. And unfortunately, mine, I mean, thank goodness right now it's not falling, but when I received it yesterday, the cream fell off from the pot. I think perhaps because the weather condition, perhaps it was too hot, I don't know. I mean, it has moved on the side, and honestly when it flopped down, it looked like, yeah, it didn't look that good. But I mean, at the end, I don't think any of the ingredients of the product has kind of like separated. I don't know if you remember when I did last year a review on the new Patrick Ta products. They were the glow cream gels for the body. It came all separated, and you could see the ingredients, everything, and like it looked like it needed to be, you know, mixed again. And I remember too that Patrick Ta, they were so kind, and then they sent me the stuff, and it wasn't PR because I'm not in the PR list of Patrick Ta. They were just very kind. They saw the review. I don't know how, and they sent it to me, but I think this product right here, it looks like it's fairly good. So we're gonna try it right now, but before we do so, let's just go ahead and give it a swatch. It feels moussey in texture, and the shade is on the cooler tone. I thought it was gonna be, I mean, not super warm, but it's on the cooler side. So let's just go ahead and swatch it right here. Yeah, so it's kind of like a cooler brown, and then you can, ooh, I love how it blends. I don't know if you saw that, but I was able to achieve like a very easy, fast, kind of like ombre effect right there. You saw that? That's a good sign right there. Now let's go for the topper shade. It doesn't feel super creamy, but also it's not chunky. Like the one from Victoria Beckham, I mean, like it feels this way, it gives that kind of like foil effect, but it's kind of like more, you know, like, I shouldn't say chunky, but more flaky. This one feels like an eyeshadow, very metallic and cool tone. I really like this. I really like this. There you go. So here we have Defiance. Now let's put the eyeshadow over top. Has a beautiful translucency. BK Beauty 203 brush. And I'm just gonna build it on my mobile lid. Honestly, I had to do zero effort to actually blend it in. It was just so easy. BK Beauty 204 brush. And I'm gonna apply the eyeshadow on my lower lash line. I'm gonna apply these from the inner portion to the middle of my eyelid. I mean, you don't have to do this with your finger, you can do it with a brush for sure. I just want to try it with a finger. Smith 253 brush. You get a little bit more of payoff with a finger application because of the moisture of your finger. And what I felt too is that when applying it with the brush, I felt just a little bit of fallout, tiny amount. I mean, it's catching on my lashes right now. Now let me just go back to that and let's see if I can build the intensity with Oliver Goody Matte Fix Plus. Yeah, definitely. You can do so. Just gonna go ahead and use a little bit of this Glow Last. Tiny itsy bitsy amount in there. I'm gonna blend a little bit on my inner corners and also the brow bone. Completely done with my eye look. I just put some falsies, a little bit of liner. Everything that I'm using today will be on the description box below. You know the drill right there, so you will find it easy. Okay, now let's go into comparisons of the shade Defiance. Now, as far as the formulation, the cream part of this eyeshadow, it's on the moussey side. Yeah, it's more to the moussey side with a little bit of bounciness in it. And the only thing that I can really think of that is kind of alike, you see, like for example, the Charlotte Tilbury one, it feels moussey, but it feels thinner in consistency than this eyeshadow. And it doesn't feel as bouncy as, say, the Tom Ford one. Now, for the Tom Ford, I only have the one in Golden Peach. So I think I'm gonna swatch the creamy shade against the Charlotte Tilbury Oyster Pearl, which it used to be Marie Antoinette, but she just changed various of the names on Cortline. I know what she does that, right? But yeah, it's that, you know, cool tone. This has, you know, a deeper, yeah, this is way deeper, but in undertone and, you know, how cool it is, I don't want to say that it's the same, it is just alike. So I'm just gonna tap a little right here, and I'm gonna tap a little bit of Oyster Pearl Marie Antoinette for those who are used to this eyeshadow. So there you go, those are those, Auric and Charlotte. Now with Charlotte, like I said, it's moussey, but it's more creamy, and it's just a different consistency. The consistency of the one from Auric, it's a little bit more of like, it kind of like converts into what it will look like a powder eyeshadow. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but it's just, I mean, both are easy to blend, but it's just, the consistency is just a little bit different. And if you can tell right there, also the one from Charlotte Tilbury has a little bit more of reflectivity to it. Doesn't have shimmer, just reflectivity. And then as far as the topper, you know what? This topper kind of reminds me a little bit to the formulas that we find in some of Tom Ford eyeshadow pots. And I'm not talking about his wet and dry formula, but actually his standard quote-unquote formula. I have right here Golden Mink. Now this one is encased in special packaging, but I mean you can find this one. And I'm talking about in the specific of these type of shades right here on the top. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this one right here, then this one, and then in the middle I'm gonna put the one from Auric. So I'm not talking about necessarily the tone, but a little bit of that consistency, a little bit of the texture that we find on this type of eyeshadows right here. Again, not much of the reflectiveness, but if we talk about both texture and reflectiveness, it reminds me a lot of Natasha Denona, a lot of it. And in a specific, this shade right here from this gold palette, this shade right here. So just go ahead and give it a swatch, and then middle. Although I have to say that perhaps Auric has even more reflectiveness, but if you apply wet, the one from Natasha Denona, you will get kind of that intensity right there. Just give them a swatch right there. The one from Natasha definitely has a warmer undertone, but I mean, you can see right there the reflectiveness of them. And also I wanted to swatch these Victoria Beckham Beauty mono eyeshadows. This one is in the shade Honey. And this one right here is very interesting because it feels like it's a combination between, you know, a cream and a powder eyeshadow, where when you get to see it, it looks kind of flaky, but when you swatch it, it's creamy. So it basically is kind of like having these two formulas together. And then I also have here the shade Blonde, which is more of like whitish with kind of like a yellow base. I mean, just gonna put them down below here. You see right there how it's like more creamy, glides on. It's just a little bit different, but you know, in reflectivity, kind of reminds me to what we see in Auric. And then last year, NARS came out with these eyeshadows. This is in the shade Chalk M. Chalkum? 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 I don't know. And actually, my friend Erin Nicole from Erin Nicole TV, she was so kind and she gifted to me. And I haven't used it, you know, in camera, but I have used it and it's so crumbly. And actually I wanted it so badly because I saw Kim Dash using it and I thought, oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. The only thing is that this is super flaky. But I think in reflectiveness, if you have this one right here, you will find that, you know, like the reflection of this is the reflection that you will get from the one from Auric, that wet kind of look. Wow, you see right there? Yeah, it's very, very reflective right there. But the only thing in this one right here is so messy to use. And hear me out, the NARS is nothing alike to what you find in Auric. Auric feels like a regular eyeshadow, but very, very metallic. And other than that, perhaps Hourglass, but Hourglass is more texturized. And in fact, I don't have a shade that is alike to Defiance. I only have like this one here, Foil, is the more goldish in tone, but I feel that they are just more texturized than what we find on the Smoke Reflect. And now into my final thoughts about these products. Okay, starting with, let's go for the Glow Last. I think it's a beautiful product. I will keep you posted, obviously, how it lasts throughout the day, if it makes my, you know, makeup move, my foundation move and whatnot. But honestly, I have been here for a while because I do have children. I homeschool them right now. They're in virtual learning. So, you know, I have to stop many times the video to, you know, go and check and whatnot. So I'm at least have this makeup, believe it or not, for like almost 2.5 hours. I know sometimes filming with kids is crazy. So far, I mean, I don't see any separation on my makeup. I mean, it looks beautiful. I feel the one from Auric, at least the shade that I have, Selenite, it does have more luminosity than the one from Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, I can see the radiance coming through the foundation beautifully. I mean, like, it really gives that extra glow, and I'm all about that extra radiance, extra glow. Not glow in the sense of greasiness, no, I don't like anything of that, but you know, that aura of you know, like of youth that I miss so much. I miss my 20s and my 30s too, let me tell you. But yeah, anyhow, I think the product is beautiful. It applies super easy. It's not patchy, so it glides on in a very even way, which I love, because then you don't find, you know, like areas where you have more of the product or less of the product. In fact, I would love to perhaps get the shade Pyrite and use it just on its own, because for what I was able to see, it looks very pretty even, you know, without, you know, any base on it. So I think it looks honestly lovely. And be reminded, I mean, at the end, although I think my skincare and even my SPF had already like sink into my skin, you know, I had all those products prior, and you know, I didn't feel like this product was balling up anything or balling up the foundation either. I mean, like, it just glide on so beautifully and like truly lovely. And then as far as the price goes, did I ever tell you how much this cost? I think I told you $45. I think that's the price. Yeah, I think. Anyhow, I I know a lot of people say, well, why Samantha started, her brand luxury and the prices are too high. It's like, if your brand is a luxury brand and you can tell this is weighty, this is very well made, this is beautifully made, okay? Why you're gonna put your price so low? I mean, I think she's not, I mean, it could have been an $80 price, if we go to the luxury world, but she stayed on the high end, leaning into luxury because of presentation. But I think overall the product speaks for itself. I mean, it's not only the packaging, the thought behind it, and even the pump. You have a lot of control with the pump. Thing that, for example, I dislike very much from the Charlotte Tilbury one, having a doe foot applicator, and there's many products from Charlotte Tilbury that they have, that I feel that they are not well designed as far as how to dispense the product. This has a great mechanism to dispense the product, where not only is a pump, but you have control of the amount that you're going to dispense because of the type of pump. So I think all those thoughts behind it, I think is great. The only thing that I see why she wanted this to be very safe and secure. Now that I got used to it, it's easier to slide off, but the first time I was like, oh, I cannot take it off. But I think with use, I think it's perfect. And then I'm sure that the cap, I'm not gonna lose it. And then, like I said, design, I'm a designer myself, so kudos on the design. Really, really excellent job. Presentation, amazing. And then as far as this friend right here, I'm very happy surprise about it. From the premise that I started this video with, I'm a person that I have 41 years old. I have more hooded eyes. I do have a lot of falls on my eyelids by nature, but also because 1, allergies, 2, aging, loss of firmness and loss of collagen on my eyelids, and some cream products. I have many. I keep them right here. I have many of them. When I look for a single eyeshadow, mostly on the cream side, I'm looking for not flakiness, that it spreads evenly, that is easy to spread, easy to diffuse to. So not only that I can pack on and okay, I have just one, one shade, but that I'm able to diffuse the edges with easy. And this did it seamlessly and in a way that is non-patchy, and that's extremely important with a mono eyeshadow, because a mono eyeshadow either can take you to an amazing makeup look, or it could just be like, what did you put on your eyes? You better go off and just wash them off, just mascara and just go, or even just put bronzer. That's my take on that. So I feel that the formulation of this eyeshadow, both the cream and the powder formula, is chef's kiss, beautiful. And what I love about the powder formula is also its versatility, in the sense that you can go light and it will kind of be a little bit sheer, and then you can intensify if you want with your finger, or like I did with the traditional way to wet it, Matte Fix Plus or any mixing medium, and then you get even more intensity. Not that it needs it, but you know what I mean. It's just, it takes you to different levels of however you want to make up your look. Love these cool tones. So based on the experience of trying Defiance, I think the one that is more smoky is another cool tone. So I'm now wondering to get the one that looks in rose gold, because honestly this looks stunning. I mean, it looks like I have been blending for forever, and I haven't and I haven't at all. So I know that Samantha is not gonna watch this video at all, so this, guys, is for you. But if I would have to say something to Samantha, kudos to her brand. Just keep up. This brand is just stunning. To me, she went the best route, and a route that really speaks about her, and those who know her will feel the same way. Again, looking forward to see bronzers or blushes and cream products, because we know that she loves cream. I love cream. I usually don't powder my face. I haven't powdered my face, not even my under eyes, because that's the way I like it. Okay, my friends, I would love to know from you, have you got anything from the brand Auric? And while you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I think you're just waiting a little too long. It's very simple. Just look under this screen. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. And come and follow me on my Instagram. If you like this video, super important, give it a thumbs up. Also, share with family and friends. And until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye.
This magic we keep making in the corner of the bedroom on the